All right, one thing people ask a lot of times is how do you get your boat ready for the best success in the water? How do the pros approach rigging their boat? So Jason Dudek here is going to show us basically how he's got his boat rigged, some of the storage components. Jay's a member of the Bass Cat team, and kind of why he chose the boat that he did, and how he sets his boat up. So Jay, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you got going on here?
Well, I have a 2011 Bass Cat Era. It's brand new. I got it a couple months ago, and I've been setting it up pretty good. And I got some Minn Kota stuff up here, and we can walk through on how and why I set it up like that. And if you want, we can go this way.
Yeah, let's take a look at it.
All right, let's start off with a trolling motor. I went with a 36 volt trolling motor. I feel that you should go big. You always need more power. So 36, go with the biggest you can go with. I mean, obviously it costs a little more, but I just feel like the more power, the better you're off. You're not going to use the batteries as quick with a 3 battery system. I went with a little longer shaft this time because I'm fishing some big waters on Lake Erie. I'll be going out to Lake Oneida. It can get pretty rough out there. As far as electronics, I got a Humminbird 898C. It's a side imager unit, and this will come in handy for fishing. I can look down and find some rock piles off to the side. It's got down scan, which is a pretty cool feature, and it's a big enough screen for me to see my waypoints, and it's a really nice unit for that. And then as far as the power poles, I have 2 power poles in the back. I have 2 little buttons here. I have a down and an up, and I chose the buttons over the remote for a couple different reasons. One, if I'm fighting a fish and I need to have 2 hands, I'm fighting a fish, I can't push the little remote button. So then I just push the button, my foot, and they go down, and then I push up and it comes back. So that's one reason why I chose that over the remote. And then I also have another little switch at the console that does the same thing, an up and a down. As far as the 225, I got the Pro XS on this bad boy, and it pushes it pretty nice, and it works really nice. I got to change out the prop. I got to do some configuring with that, but once I get that going, I should be pushing about 75, 76, somewhere in there. As far as the Power Pros, you got these deals here, the little anchors here. They come down, and that's pretty much for the back of the boat. And if you want, we can go inside and show you how I set up a boat for organizational stuff. Now we're up in the boat here, and we're gonna show you a couple different deals what we have. I got 2 rod boxes, one here and one over here, and this one's got the rod tubes in it. And you put your tubes in there. I usually use this for rods that are like spare rods where I don't need to get them out quick. I like to have my rods, they come out a little quicker when I don't have them in the tubes. And I always use a rod sock to protect the eyelets. And then I have some deals. I made this myself just in my garage. I drilled some holes. It's just some little aluminum angle iron. It's not gonna rust. And this also aluminum. These are actually little badge clamps for, like, security badges. And they swing freely, so they're not gonna tear off. I actually made this in my garage too. It holds my pliers. Got a little file, pair of scissors, pen for marking up baits or whatever you want to do with it. And then this is where all my tackle sits. I got all these clips and deals. I got all my hooks. I know exactly where they are. Starts off with the smallest worm hooks, goes all the way down 2/0 to 4/0. Have some 5/0s here for some big worms. My drop shot hooks, and then I have some chunks and for your jigs and all that kind of stuff. And then I got a bunch of tackle boxes here. I got some smallmouth marked, 4-foot cranks. Again, over here I got a bunch of stuff, bed box. I got a little container, plastic container. I got all kinds of stuff. Cool feature about this boat is it's got a nice little net storage that sits right inside, and you just slide it right in there. and it's hidden. It's out of the way. You don't have to worry about it. Again, on this side I don't go in as much, but I still, again, another thing, I also made that. I have more storage. For 3,700 boxes will fit in here. I got tons of plastics. You name it, I have it. Nice little day box. Some Key-Tex, those are pretty good for smallies out here. Bubble gum, not too bad.